Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Sketching for Interior Designers. I am so excited about this class because, I don't know, my whole life I've just been drawing and I've always wanted to teach a sketching class, and now I can. So thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of this experience. I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna bring all my energy to this and I hope you guys do too. So that being said, you can make sure to check out the Facebook group if you haven't already. You know, if you're part of the academy, go over to the Facebook group, say hello, say what's up, share some of your drawings that you've already done, and let's see what the progression. Let's see what we can do during this course together. All right. So let's get started here. And basically, I just want to mention that this course is about the fundamentals of drawing and sketching. Okay, it's for beginners looking to learn how to sketch for the first time, and it's also for people looking for a refresher. Maybe you learned it a long time ago and you never really went for it. Well, this is your chance to kind of come back and get back into it. Now, what it's really about here is being able to take those things in your mind, right? All those designs that you see in the world or just see that come up in your head. Maybe it's for furniture, maybe it's for interiors, maybe it's for your cat, whatever comes to your mind, whatever inspires you. I want to give you guys the power to take that and put it on paper or put it into a digital format that I'll be talking about here in a little bit as well. It's just such a gift to get that, to harness that ability, because you can put anything on your mind down on paper. It's just beautiful. So I'm gonna move on here because I could talk about that forever. But anyways, so what I've compiled here in this course is kind of like a formula for success, if you will. It's what I use. I've kind of broken it down to kind of what I would have liked to see when I started to draw. Now, I went to school. I did the whole professional school thing. I'm still paying for that. But I had a lot of teachers, and I put a lot of time into learning and harnessing how to do it. So hopefully you guys can appreciate that you're getting this basically for free. But I put a ton of time into this. So with that said, trust that I've really gone through these principles and I know what I'm talking about. So please don't shrug it off just because it's a low cost. Please just do your best to get through this, and I promise you're going to see results on the other side. That being said, every artist who I know who draws who is proficient at drawing is able to understand the following, right? You got the tools, techniques, principles, and elements. And these are the things you're going to be learning in this course, okay? The elements, the tools, the techniques, and the principles, all right? So for those that are more mathematically inclined, and I know you're out there because those are the people that have the hardest time drawing, think of this as an equation. This is your equation. This is your formula for winning this game, okay? So let me break it down. Let's go a little bit further. I'll break each one of these down here. So to simplify things even further, what we're talking about is I like to compare it to making a pizza. So if you ever made a pizza before, it's pretty easy, and I'm hopefully that drawing is going to be as easy as making a pizza for you guys. You just follow the steps and you get it done, and it's usually comes out pretty good. Now that being said, it takes time to become a chef, a master chef at making pizzas, right? Starting your own restaurant, it takes time, it takes practice, and you develop your own styles. So let's talk about elements, all right? So this is like the main ingredients for your pizza, okay? You got your dough, you got your sauce, you got your cheese, you got your toppings, right? These are the four things that come together, the four main elements that come together to make a pizza, right? Dough, sauce, cheese, toppings. Now for drawing, it's a little bit different. But it's the same, you got your shapes, you got your lines, and you got your tone. And these are the three elements that I'm going to teach you in this course, right? So just like your dough, your sauce, your cheese, and your toppings, right? This could be a pizza course, but it's not. It's a drawing course. So stick with me. All right, guys. So principles. Pizza. What are the principles of pizza? Well, first you do the dough. Then you put the sauce on. Then you put the cheese on. Then you put the toppings on, right? That's how you do it, right? No matter who's out there doing it, there's no other way to do it. So that is the principles behind creating a pizza. Now, the principles behind doing a drawing is first you draw the main shapes, right? Then you go over top of the main shapes and you draw, the lines and the detail, like the major line, the contour lines, things that really define the shape. You can forget about because you guys are going to start with pencils, for instance. You're going to be starting with pencils, and you're going to draw a lot of loose lines. You're going to be finding shapes. I don't want to get too detailed right now, but then you're going to go into the real lines, the permanent lines that you want to keep. Okay, so you do your loose lines, then you do your real lines, and then you do your final tone. Right now, tone is all about finding the light and shadows and that kind of thing. So again, it's shapes, line, tone. Those are your principles. Okay, so let's talk about technique. All right, so technique for pizza. How long do you cook it? Right? How long do you keep it in the oven? Well, it kind of depends on the chef's technique or style. How much dough did he use to create it, right? That kind of depends on how long you leave it in the oven. So that's when style and technique can come in. Obviously, you can put a whole bunch of technique in the sauce and in the cheese and combinations of all that. So that's kind of, on a pizza side of things, that's where you find your style and your technique from different chefs. And that's why you love the specific pizzas that you love. Now, drawing has the same thing, right? There's certain styles that you like and there's certain styles that you don't. And you're going to have a certain style by the end of this class. So drawing is more like how many lines have you put down on the paper, right? Are you somebody who loves detail and just spends a lot of time in one little area? Or are you somebody kind of just does like big loose lines and has less lines in their final drawing? There's no right answer. This is a style and a technique. So that's kind of the technique, right? So we have elements, we have principles, and we have technique, and we now have tools, right? That's the final piece to the formula here. So tools, instruments for how we get the job done, right? So for pizza, obviously, it's a pan, it's an oven, right? Those are your main tools. There might be other things out there that people use, but those are the main things, right? You need heat, and you need something to put the dough on. That's pretty much it. Maybe something to flip the pizza if that's what you're doing, or turn it, or twist it, or pull it out of the oven. But in general, those are the two things. And for drawing, it's very similar. It's very much the same. You got your pencil, you got your pen, you got your paper. And it gets a little bit more complex when you start adding digital elements to it, right? So, Photoshop, Wacom tablet, or iPad, or pencil, Apple Pencil, thank you. All right, cool. So those are your tools, right? So basically that's kind of the formula that I'm going to be walking you guys through this entire course. We're going to be using bits and pieces of this throughout the time. And I just want you to know that this thought process that I've just laid out it's not just for cooks and for people that draw. It's obviously for any art that's out there. These are the four elements that kind of are in any art. So in order to master any of those kinds of art, you have to get the right elements, you have to get the right principles, and you have to get the right techniques, and you have to use the right tools, right? You just have to, if you master those, then you master the art. And that's what we're going to do here.